Kelly, thank you very much for coming out and meeting us here at the booth at the FTA Forum over in Milwaukee.
Thanks, Richard.
Glad to see you here. What do you think so far of the show?
I like the new format. I like the sessions being within the INFOFLEX area, so that not only the printers, but us as suppliers can do some learning also.
Yeah, good stuff. So what would you say differentiates a high-performing press room from an average one?
Good question. And without a doubt, it's the cleanliness of a press room. The heart of the process is an Anilox roll. The Anilox roll has ink on it, and ink is throughout the press and then onto the substrate. Keeping that clean makes a huge difference in consistency and repeatability on the press, specifically in print, and then operation with the new servo presses, for sure.
What do you think, other than just the cleaning, and we try to talk to customers all the time and we let them know that the Anilox is the heart of the press. And where do you see the shortcomings from? Is it offline, the type of cleaners that they have, the machines, or is it the chemicals that they're using? Where do you feel they're falling short?
I think it's the overall maintenance, right, of the press. I think that when I talk about cleaning, obviously you talk about cleaning of an Anilox roll, but I'm talking about also cleaning the side frames of the press, cleaning the impression rolls, having the nip roller properly maintained, cleaning up any spills, right?
Yep.
All of those will be beneficial for the press and how it operates.
Yep. Good housekeeping is always a good thing.
Absolutely.
How experienced are you with Expanded Gamut?
So Expanded Gamut, we've been talking about this for many, many years here at the FTA Forum, many different versions of it throughout the years. I enjoy talking about it and want to see it be driven and brought back into the Flexo field. How I think this can happen is that the digital print world, which is now involved in labels and flexible packaging, has the 7-color expanded gamut.
Right.
And customers now our customers and then their customers are accepting the work at 7 colors. So now why can't we drive that back through Flexography? There's a lot of benefits to the converter and then their client with Expanded Color Gamut. So in the last year, there's been many conversations about it. There's not the perfect recipe. I think you have to pick the right suppliers for that, and also have the right data collected to be successful at it. But I also think that the history recently with the digital work can bring this back into Flexo for sure.
Do you see a lot of, in Canada where you are and where you're based out of, do you see a lot of Expanded Gamut, or do you see that market being driven that way even more so this year?
So we're talking a lot about it, and that's the key that we're doing. So we're putting steps in place to try and accomplish it. However, like I stated, with digital doing this already, why can't we drive that back through Flexo? So
right, and I think there's some conversation about how artwork is driven one way for digital, and it would be a great test to see, once you have your artwork set up and ripped a certain way, how does that relate back to the press side and the changes that are going to come into place when it comes to that?
That's right.
So that's a conversation I actually had yesterday.
Did you?
With
Good.
One of our co-suppliers. Yeah. How do you balance speed, being that we're talking about Expanded Gamut and how much quicker the changeovers would be when you keep the same colors in press? How do you balance speed and quality in production?
Right. When we talk about speed of make ready and changeover, that's the advancements and automation portions that we have within the CI press and narrow web press world have been expanding and continue to expand. And then with impression and registration support, that has also increased there.
Absolutely.
When we talk about speed of the web, I think we have to look at the rest of the processes that are in the shop, right? Are you extruding? How fast are you extruding? Are you printing? Are you bag making? Are you slitting, rewinding? Are you laminating? And you want to make sure that you have a complete workflow through there, and that through any of those processes, we reduce the waste, not just in the printing process. Right. So if you're printing and it's not saleable product, why go faster?
Yeah,
so you want to bring that back down, control your process, and then speed it up that it fits the workflow of your whole organization.
Yeah, that's some really great input. Always
Excellent.
makes a lot of sense. Thank you very much for taking the time here to sit down with us.
No problem.
Right?
Thanks, Richard.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Take care.